When meeting someone for the first time, a good discussion topic would be family, especially children. Maybe you could ask about what part of Indonesia they're from, or if they've been somewhere out of the country and the experiences they had there. You should avoid discussing age or sensitive topics like religion or politics, or overwhelming them with your travel experiences before letting them tell their own. Direct eye contact should be avoided. You should also avoid giving or receiving something by the left hand, putting your hands on your hips when talking to someone, or putting your legs on the table. You should use your thumb to point, only touch friends of the same sex when talking to them, and never show the bottoms of your feet. Another thing to be avoided is showing more skin than necessary or showing affection in public. Raising your voice or shouting are considered uneducated or uncivilized, as is confronting someone in public. It's hard to tell if you have made an Indonesian angry. The best clothing to wear in Indonesia is anything made of cotton, since it is a tropical country. Foreigners are expected to be punctual, but the local people are much more lenient. Indonesians work Monday through Friday, with half days on Friday because men have to go to the mosque. The husband is the head of the household, but in urban areas, wives are pursuing their own careers. Family is very important to Indonesians, as is religion and class. An Indonesian's daily life is scheduled around his or her religion. The social structure is based on class, which can be evaluated by your age, education, civil status, work, family, house, etc. Material things are a symbol of your success. Most Indonesians are Javanese, but the population consists of many people coming from different areas of the country. Javanese is the dominant culture and it is present in the workplace. To learn more, you could take a language course, read the local newspaper, or ask a local Indonesian who would be happy to help you see and experience the culture. There are many national heroes in Indonesia. One is Kartini, the Javanese princess who fought for better lives for women. Another is Sukarno, the founding president of Indonesia. Indonesians are very attached to their families, and this doesn't include their direct relatives. They feel a sense of duty towards their clan, village, mosque, or workplace. Out of the workforce of 87 million people, about 50% works in the agricultural sector. Others are employed in the restaurant and hotel industry, trade, manufacturing, and construction. Still, many people are unemployed. Indonesia produces a range of crops, but rice is the most important. Their natural resources include oil, natural gas, timber, rubber, coffee, tea, tobacco, tin, nickel, copper, and fish. Many traditional sports are played throughout Indonesia. Two popular sports are boat racing and kite flying. Another is sepak takraw, in which two teams try to keep a round ball in the air with their feet, and konglak, badminton, and tennis. Pencak silat is a martial art similar to karate practiced by young men and women. The healthcare system in Indonesia includes public hospitals, government health centers, religious clinics, and private clinics. Many wealthy people go outside the country to places like Singapore if they have serious illnesses. Children begin school when they are 6 years old, and primary school lasts for 6 years. Most schools have classes in the morning from Monday to Saturday, and they are expected to complete hours of homework every evening. Junior high lasts for 3 years. High school may prepare them for university or provide work training. The largest university in Indonesia is the Universitas Indonesia in Jakarta. In Java and Bali, gamelan music accompanies dances, theater productions, and religious celebrations. Gamelan orchestras may have up to 40 players each. The instruments include gongs, drums, flutes, stringed instruments, and instruments similar to xylophones. Javanese gamelan music is slow and solemn, whereas Balinese gamelan music is loud and fast. Indonesia's most well-known author is Chamoydia Ananta, who spent almost 14 years in jail for criticizing the government in his writing. Rice is a staple in the Indonesian diet, and it is part of every meal. Sometimes people eat noodles instead of rice. Most Indonesians prefer fish, poultry, and eggs to red meat. Indonesian food is usually hot and spicy. The predominant religion in Indonesia is Islam. There's also a number of Christians and a small percentage of Hindu, Buddhist, and animists. Islam was brought to the islands of Sumatra, Java, and Kalimantan in the 12th century by Muslim traders. Before that, Hinduism and Buddhism were the dominant religions. Catholicism was introduced by the Portuguese, and Protestantism was introduced by the Dutch. Catholicism and Protestantism were recognized by the government as two separate religions. It is a government policy that all people must choose a religion. Indonesia is Indonesia Raya. The song first appeared as a nationalist party song, the party working for independence of Indonesia from the Netherlands, in 1928 and was published in a Chinese-Indonesian newspaper, Shimpo, under the title Indonesia that same year. The colonial Dutch authorities tolerated the use of the anthem, provided the chorus had the line Mulia Mulia, honorable, honorable, instead of Merdeka, Merdeka, independent and free. During the Japanese occupation, World War II, the anthem was only permitted during the final few months, and after the Japanese occupation ended upon its surrender at the end of the war, it became the national anthem. In 1944, the words were slightly revised, and in 1958, it was declared that only the first verse would be official. The ethnic groups in Indonesia are Javanese 40.6%, Sundanese 15%, Mandarese 3.3%, Minangkabau 2.7%, Betawi 2.4%, Bugis 2.4%, Mantan 2%, Banjar 1.7%, and other or unspecified 29.9%. The demonym for Indonesia is Indonesian.